dear Southern Cameroonians, dear Ambazonians. Once more, it's a privilege to come back to you, and this time we are a little bit happier that we have a fraction of the internet that we had before. Even if you may not be too able to upload and download information, well, at least we are able to get to you. So we are happy to come back to you at this point in time when our leaders and our children and some of our parents will be dragged to the courts of La République to go through a kangaroo process and be condemned for crimes they have not committed. The 27th of April, Bala, Fontaine, Mancho BBC, Penn, and the others will be in court. And they are trying them for terrorism, and we all know that these are gentlemen. These are teachers and lawyers of the highest order who have stood by the policy of non-violent resistance. So we come to you today to call for 2 days fasting and prayer. On Wednesday the 26th and Thursday the 27th, our people, all over Southern Cameroons, should fast and pray that the spirit of confusion from heaven should enter the agents of La République, that in court on Thursday they will get confused until they will not know what has happened to them. Our brothers, our leaders, our children must be released, and they must be released unconditionally. We have made this cry, and the cry has gone out. The UN has come in, and the UN has asked that they be released unconditionally. That is what Yaoundé will do, and they must do it. And when they do it, dear people, our brothers, our leaders, our children will have to undergo stringent medical tests to make sure that they are in good health. Because information we are getting from La République is that their health might have been tampered with. So the consortium and the SCACUF will make sure that La République pays for top-grade medical examination on their health, and that will not be done in La République. It will be done in a country and in hospitals and laboratories that we shall determine. Dear people, we are at the dawn of yet another useless celebration, Labor Day. Labor Days usually are an opportunity for workers to celebrate their work and to lay forth their grievances. What shall we be celebrating in a country where for 56 years we have labored and we have nothing to show for it? Our roads are the most despicable. In spite of the fact that we produce the money that ties the roads, we have no roads. Our industries pay all their taxes in Douala and Yaoundé in the name of grands entreprises. That is what happens to Sonara. And Limbe Council is classified as the poorest petroleum city in the world. Our businessmen cannot even cash their bills of the little contract that they have to do in our own treasuries because there is no money. So what shall we be celebrating? This is another opportunity, dear people, for us to tell the government of La République that we have had enough of their exploitation, that we have had enough of their discrimination, that we have had enough, and that we want to go home, and that we have mounted and that we have boarded the train that is taking us back home to Ambazonia, to Southern Cameroons, and that we will not stop until we get there. Therefore, on Labor Day, all over Southern Cameroons, nobody should be found on the streets. Incidentally, it is coinciding with our usual country Sundays. Nobody should be found on the streets. This particular Labor Day should be, how do I put it? I used to say weekend, so they're calling it power wicked goes down. Let it be a wicked goes down. Let the spirit of the 9th of January come back into Southern Cameroons. Because labor is the reason for which we have been demonstrating. Our children cannot have jobs, so why do we celebrate Labor Day? Our kids cannot go to school and have decent education, so why do we celebrate Labor Day? All of man's endeavors, we go to school because we want to be able to work and work decently. So everything is about labor. Therefore, 1st May, let the SOS cry go out and let the world hear that we have suffered enough for 56 years. Dear people, the train is on and we are close to victory. You can see that the Republic is beginning to panic because the world is beginning to put the appropriate pressure upon them. When the UN says that our leaders, our children should be released unconditionally before dialogue of any kind, then the UN is saying that these people have committed no crime. The UN is saying that we have a right to self-determination, that we are acting according to the law. Therefore, nobody should be afraid. Dear people, the Lord is on our side, and so let the struggle continue until we go home. God bless you as we continue in peaceful resistance. God bless Southern Cameroon. God bless Ambazonia.